We managed to paraphrase Neil Armstrong's words when he landed on the moon. It's a small step for a man, one giant leap for a business. If he landed on the moon, which is a different question. Okay, so robotic process automation is the future. I just wonder, could you raise your hand if you have any kind of repeatable processes that do not require any creativity at all in your current job? That you see, so this is probably over 50% of the room. Some people are just too bored to raise their hands, but this is a challenge, and this is a huge potential where people that do things that anyone could do, or a machine could do, still do those things for 50, 60 times a day even, especially in the insurance or accounting industry, which we found where majority of our clients are. And so this is the dry definition, which I'm not going to bore you with. RPA, what it does, when we have a John, he works for an insurance company and he has to generate some sort of reports, right? And what it means, he does certain things each time in an exactly the same way. So he clicks buttons and our software tracks his behavior on the screen and is able to create a robot that does exactly the same thing 50, 60, 70 times a day. Okay. So why would we use such technology? Well, first of all, to reduce costs, to boost efficiency. One of the reasons people dislike their jobs is because they have to do some kind of boring, repetitive tasks. And I think many of you have been there already, at least I have. So, imagine if the robot does things that you don't like for you, you can focus on making decisions, solving problems, and doing things you're good at, some more creative tasks, which is our vision as well. Standardized processes. Software does not need any coffee to increase their performance, does not need any days, can work 24/7. This is why it is much better to use technology to do things that we humans are not good at. Improves agility. Many of the insurance companies, they employ thousands of people. And if you work for such a company, if you've ever been through a process of implementation of a new software, you may have experienced some pain from employees or people that need to learn new processes. Not sure if you've ever been in such a situation. What the robot can do, imagine you have 10,000 employees and you have one software that is simply deployed to all the workstations so that your employees don't have to do that. You can simply use technology to do those processes. And RPA in action. Lots of words. Let's see how it works. Can I play it from here? Hopefully. No, I can't. No. Let's see. No. Would it be possible to switch it on?
Wave at the man.
Who's the
play the video?
Could you play the video, please? The man in the booth. Yeah, so as you can see, what's happening now, we have a CRM system. It's one of the standard processes. Our robot copies all the data, and will do the money laundering check automatically. So now it fills out the form, and it gives us the result. What is it going to be? Amazing, he passed. What it shows you is a simple process which takes maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes, but is done 100, 200, 300 times a day in some companies. If you multiply it by 4 minutes, this is the amount of savings you can get. 1,200 minutes, for example, per day. And now in terms of case studies, we've implemented in any accounting company that employed over 100 accountants. They had a problem because process took about 40 minutes and people made lots of errors. So there's a human error, work overload, people could not focus on talking to clients, they had to do too much repetitive work. Approach. We did what's called a performance audit, where we shadow a person doing processes. We simply sit down with them, record a process, so we are able to understand if the process can be automated. We did pilot tests, so we work in a closed environment without any actual data. We work on artificial data to make sure we can get 100% accuracy. And full implementation on 10 workstations. Results. No human error, time reduction from 40 minutes till 8 minutes. This process was done 120 times a month, saving them 60 hours a month. Within a year, about 4.5 months of time that could be spent somewhere else. So what it shows you, this is the immediate ROI you can get, and these processes can be implemented much quicker than if a programmer was to do the automation from scratch, because we have our own platform that we've developed. How much time?
You've got less than 1 second.
Less than 1 second. So I'll just run briefly through the last case. We have a first island. They had a legacy system which no one could touch because no one knew how to program it, to automate it. But because we simply emulate human behavior, we have an external layer that is able to automate processes. So we are able to work with anything that has more than 20 years, at least from our experience. If we have some many bespoke solutions, it may differ. But by default, any mainframe systems, any legacy systems, we are able to automate too, which is a struggle for big corporations who still use some of them, unfortunately. Okay, so that's it.
Are you around afterwards?
I'm around afterwards, so please do chat with me, connect with me on LinkedIn. Our company is called Giant, G1ANT. Thank you for your time.
Perfect. And finally,